going live now.
Cyber.
The Cyber. Here we go. So welcome back to another episode of Xbox and Chill, episode 44. What's happening, everyone? Thanks for joining or listening back on YouTube later. Tonight we've got Mega Bad Seed, co-host.
Hey.
What's happening, man?
Hey, how are you, boys? Good to be back. Like I say it every time, but it's a long time since we've done one, so it's good. They're
getting few and far between, man. Too many games to play. So
I know.
We're getting slack.
It's Aussie style, you know. We just do whatever, you know, whatever.
A couple of days, as they say. Couple of days.
Couple of days, beautiful.
That might be a Victorian thing, man. Couple of days. And then tonight we've got Cyber, massive supporter of our show since pretty much day one, I think. Welcome Cyber, getting up at 3:30 in the morning. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I freaking really enjoy this show, so I'm glad to be a part of it. Took me 43 or 44 episodes, but
welcome to the show, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you on.
Yeah, well, we were watching the Profitcast. I was listening to Profitcast and I heard you say that you would come on our show. And I thought, actually, Mega said definitely get Cyber on. So, I'm glad you're here, man. So, supporter of the show. Actually, the winner of our giveaway, which you still haven't claimed that prize yet. So,
yeah, well, I'm honestly thinking about Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is
okay. Lock it in.
I'm thinking that. That game. That game's definitely got my interest peaked, and I haven't played 4. I did play a little bit of 3, but watching all the trailers and all the stuff, I think Far Cry 5 might be the game. Should be the game.
It looks, I think it looks pretty good. I think I played Far Cry 1, but I think it was a multiplayer. I played a bit of the multiplayer, but Far Cry 5. I like the story and everything. Shout out to Max Power. He did a video on that game, and he sort of said, hopefully they don't hold back on the story and try to be too politically correct or anything like that, and just sort of go hell for leather, which I think they will, man. So I reckon it should be a good game.
Yeah,
interesting. Well, I haven't played one since. Sorry, Stick. I haven't played one since I think Far Cry Instincts back. I think it might have been Instinct. It was I think it was a 360. I haven't picked up a Far Cry since then. I should have really. I mean, it was a fantastic. I thought that was a good game. It was a little bit different, but it was good. I should have picked up maybe 3, 4. I might pick up 5. I might have to go in with Cyber.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I think they're kind of changing things up with 5 and getting away from the primal and all that. It just kind of it has my interest peaked, and I figure, hey, why not? It's not going to Game Pass.
Like individually killing religious freaks,
Get those zealots.
There's some sort of progression with it. Like you sort of got I don't know. As you play the game, the religion you expose the cult members and stuff and hunt them down and stuff. So sounds pretty cool.
Like high value targets and stuff like that.
Yeah. Speaking of Max, he couldn't make it tonight. He actually his wife's not feeling well or something, so he's not on. And we had Carly on as well, but she had to pull out last second, so we'll get her back next week or whatever. So she'll come back on. So that explains that. Shout out to Prophet in the chat. Who else we got? We got Carla Maria. Hello, Carla Maria with the purple hearts. Thanks for the hearts there. And Dr. Knock, new Aussie listener. Thanks, man.
Oh, nice.
Joining. So he's going to catch the show a little bit. He's watching a movie. He's going to catch the show a little bit later.
Well, it's good to be back anyway, boys. I'm glad we finally got Cyber on too. I've been wanting to have him on for a while now. It's just we haven't done one solidly for a good couple of weeks, so I'm glad Cyber you up. Was it 3:30 in the morning over there, man?
Yeah. I woke up at 3. Now it's 4:30 in the morning. So I've been up.
I was a bit late. Yeah, I had a pizza night with the in-laws, which was impromptu. So so that's why we were probably starting about half an hour later than normal. So
it's okay.
Pizza.
It's okay for me. I mean, I'd wake up at 2:00 or whatever to be here because, like I said, this show is why I'm a part of this community. Like you guys' chat, you got the Discord, everything. Like pretty much gave me a voice to where I felt
that was
okay
interesting.
to talk.
Remember when you first came on Cyber, you were like sending messages, and you were always in the chat, Matt, and we were like, "Who's this Cyberia?" And we actually thought you were a female.
Yeah,
because of the name. And we're like, "Oh, this chick, man, she really likes our show, you know." And then you go, "No, I'm actually a bloke."
Yep.
Like, wow.
And Stick was like, "Oh, really?
Darn it! Thought we had a female listener."
Yeah. No, it's
we
good
love
to have
our
you,
female
man.
listeners. You know, we get a few female listeners. With the analytics and shit you see on the YouTube. Yeah. So yeah, I've got a high number of female listeners, like 30% or some shit. So it's pretty cool.
The Prophet's always in there, so he's always watching. And shout out to Prophet, just joking, man. Prophet's cool. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Yeah.
I love the female gamers, man. I reckon they're good. I just don't get these people that have got this strange sort of hatred towards female gamers and abusing them online and stuff. I just don't understand it. What's wrong with those guys? You know,
the fact that they're better. Because a lot of the girls will kick their fucking ass.
Oh man, I know some girl gamers who they do that, man. They just kick my ass. They're good.
Oh yeah, I mean, I played with Foxy on last Sunday, and we were playing some COD. And I'm not the best at COD. You know, I stayed away from multiplayer games a lot of times because I got tired of getting my ass kicked by 12-year-olds, and so getting shit talked by 12-year-olds, and I didn't want to yell back at them, being a dad. Yeah. So I stayed away, and on Sunday, oh my God, she was just running the map, and I'm like just lost. But she's so cool. Like she didn't care. She's all about helping. Yeah. And that blue Ravenous or Rendezvous or whatever.
Yep.
She's
good at gears.
Freaking massive. I watched that mixing up with Noof on Monday, and they made it all the way to round 50 on the Horde, you know, in a 2-hour time period.
Oh, wave 50?
So
they got the 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, they only had one restart. Yep.
Wow.
We struggled.
Yeah, she must be good. Oh, us too. Yeah, what did we struggle to get to, like,
we struggled. We had New Fun. We got to the wave 8. I think so.
I think twice.
I've only played it once, and we got to 30. And I was playing with Noof and Space Cat and like Monkey Punch, and I can't remember who. There was someone else, but we made it to 30, and that was my first time ever playing the Horde mode.
I haven't done the 50.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason why girls can't play video games as good as boys. It's not physically demanding fucking things. Is it like operating a controller? So like, you know, there's no reason why they shouldn't be as good.
In my experience, I mean, I know this might sound sexist or something, and I'm not trying to be, and I hope I don't. But females to me are better at multitasking, and games sometimes are about multitasking and where things are, and you know, remembering everything. So they kind of have an edge there. Like, fuck, because their priorities are different. Like, you know, they remember where things are a little bit closer than men.
Yeah.
But that's my what I think.
The one thing I could be way off. They don't rage, man. They don't rage enough. Like, you know, they need to rage.
Unless you're watching She-Wolf play that Snake Pass. If you ever watch that video, oh my God, you'll see She-Wolf rage trying to play a freaking platform. Yeah, it's funny. She was streamed it like last May or something like that, and I still give her shit to this day about it because it was bad.
Nice. I'm good to see that. Yeah, I want a bit of rage. I want to see him throw a controller across the room or something, you know? Like, you just don't see that.
Well, she said that on yesterday during the gaming den. She was playing that Ori, and she was in that tree, you know, which I've never gotten past the tree. And she literally threw her controller at the screen. She's like, I can't believe I didn't break the TV.
Nice. Look out, GKB.
Yeah, she said she handed him the controller and had him pass the level because she couldn't do it. She gave up. She's like, I'm really surprised I didn't break the TV because she threw the controller at the TV.
Yeah.
She must have an OLED or something because they've got like a rock solid screen.
It must be. Mine would have been cracked and all screwed up because
those elite controllers, man, they'll do some damage. They're heavy as fuck.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Too easy. Well, we've got a few topics anyway. We got COD, the new COD, a few other stuff, Hellblade, Crash Bandicoot, Division 2, PUBG, Fortnite, Hatred, and State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves hype. So there you go. There's the topics. That's it.
Nice.
That's the end of the show.
That's it. Actually, I was going to ask you guys, have you guys been playing much? I didn't get into the pre-chat. Have you guys been playing much lately? Sick, what have you been playing?
Me, man, I've been I'm addicted to PUBG. I hate that game so much, but I can't stay away. I really, like I said last show, man, it really annoys me. Just so, like, the arguments and shit. Actually, Cyberia was listening to our stream the other night, and me and one of my mates was full on just going at each other. The stress levels in that game, and just trying to get that chicken dinner. We got a chicken dinner last night, but we got hype zoned, and man, I just froze, man, at the end. I just couldn't do anything, and I got hype zoned. We had like 250 people watching us, and I had the VSS, which is like a little shoots like a sniper rifle with 9mm bullets. I was trying to shoot these guys, and I was missing them, and I was copping a bit of shit off hype zone. So the thing with hype zone is there's a lot of people just going there to bag people, which is fun. It's all fun and games, but there's so much pressure when you get hype zone to do well, and
pressure's on. It's like
a few of the comments were like, "Don't worry, man, the accent makes up for it and stuff." So. The profits in the chat. Yeah, like Hype Zone, you can get anywhere from like 250 to 500 people watching you, like in the last couple of minutes of the game. Mm-hmm. So Hype Zone basically goes to whoever's closest to the end, closest to chicken dinner. If you're streaming on Mixer, it will automatically go on your stream and just swaps to the next stream when you die. It's intense.
Yeah, it's strange being in the freaking chat when all those people come in. Like it's nuts. It's like you're there by yourself, or a couple of people, and then all of a sudden there's freaking 200 other people in there. It's like, holy shit.
It is fun to watch that hype zone, but especially if you want to know what PUBG is all about, because there's one for Fortnite as well. But you can really learn what you need to do in that final circle. So when you do get there, it's not as it's just sort of what to do. You've seen it before. So yeah, it is cool. I love that feature, that hype zone thing, man. Hopefully they keep doing that for different games. And
it's
really
good. Cool. Do you know if it comes in? Does hype zone come in like as soon as you hit like top 10 or top 6 or something like that?
It's whoever's closest to the next closest person. So
if
you've got like 10 people left or 5, like if you're on 5, it'll go to you. So, yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny to watch on Mixer because, it's just people like, oh, man, Hype Zone's here.
I know. So you notice straight away, do you? Like you just all of a sudden see the views go up?
Yeah, the views go up on the screen and then the chat will go off.
And you're like, oh, shit.
I know, you do.
So it'll either go one of two ways. You either play really well or you just choke and die. Mm-hmm. I can imagine that's how it goes if you're in that.
I mean, there's an added pressure there because there's a lot of pressure anyway in that game, So, for me, it definitely. I don't care about these people, but you do in a way. Like you just don't want to be. You don't want to end up on someone's YouTube video, or something.
Yeah,
PUBG fails or something.
But so it's pretty funny.
Well, as long as if you make Hype Zone, you must have had a pretty decent game. I mean.
We got the chicken dinner, but they're watching me, So and I played. Yeah, I was just missing this guy. I just kept missing him. He was like, it was hard. So
sounds like.
But me. Pretty much that's it, man. PUBG. Been playing Minecraft with my son, building this crazy fucking world with him that he loves doing. And. What else? Obviously Forza 7 for our Forza Community Challenge. That's about it. I don't know. What about you, Cyber?
Well, Forza, like you, for the Community Challenge, even though this week I feel like I cannot go faster on the corners at all because it feels like I'm staring a brick. I've been playing, I downloaded, Forza 1, and I played through that whole campaign and beat that. because I had never played it before. Nice. With the X Enhance, I was like, okay, I want to see what this is about. So I played that game. And it actually looks, really good. I mean, it doesn't look like a brand new game like Forza 3 or Horizon 3, but it's still a really good looking game. Yeah. And I've got my son PSVR, so I'm a pony. You just call me Cyber Pony. And I got that, and I tried what was it, Job Simulator. And
yeah, what's that like? Is that any good?
It's actually pretty fun. Like I have to admit, I even though it's like an entry level shit, just it doesn't have the best headset or anything like that, but you feel like you're right there. It's freaking nuts. I did a shark encounter on PlayStation Worlds. It's like, just a free VR, and it was freaking nuts. Like the shark came out of nowhere. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm looking forward to getting into VR, man.
And I mean, I'm hoping that Microsoft gets it for the X or, for the Xbox, but we need a library of games. So they need to make a deal with Steam or something, because even the PlayStation VR doesn't have the amount of games, but they do have crossplay. Like there's games where like there's this thing called Rec Room, which is pretty freaking fun. They kind of stole Sea of Thieves a little bit, and you could be a pirate in there. And there's charades, which is like the most fun I've had in there. Like it's charades, because you get people that will draw like cock and balls and freaking like deep throat them, and or it's just fun. Like just like games are supposed to be just a good freaking time, not too serious.
Yeah, exactly how games should be. Yeah.
I played that Wolf Among Us by Telltale, and I beat that. That's actually got a really good story. I was pretty impressed, and gave me 1,000 gamer score. So why not?
Nice.
Even I'm not achievement whore, but 1,000 gamer score is always nice to get. And
fuck yeah.
Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure there's games I'm missing, because I've played COD with Foxy and Forza with Dirty. Even last night I was streaming Forza with Dirty for a little bit.
Yeah.
But just games. I mean, I put game. I turn on my Xbox and I look at, I go to the games, and it's like, okay, which one do I want to play? Do I want to start a new one? Because I have like Assassin's Creed Origins that I only have like 2 hours into it. Because it's such a big freaking game. It's a beautiful game, but it's like there's so much to do that I get overwhelmed. It's like, okay, I find myself just walking around for like 2 hours and getting nothing freaking accomplished. But it's it's a fun game.
Yeah, I haven't played
my wife got that for me for Christmas, and so I've been playing it since then, and I still only have like 2 or 3 hours into it, because there's so many freaking games. You get those big ones. It's like, how do you spend? Like I watch, I see on Twitter there's these people that have like get 30,000 gamer score and shit like that a month. Yeah. I don't know how the hell they're doing it. It's like,
I'm not going to get 30,000 in 10 years that I've been playing for.
I mean,
7 years and I just hit 30,000.
I'm always playing multiplayer, and it's to me that sounds like hard work. I don't find that. Why would that be enjoyable? Okay, what's the next fucking achievement I got to get? Like that's not gaming, man. That's fucking work.
I remember playing Pac-Man and like hoping to roll over the score, and shit like that. And there was no achievements. I mean, if we being the age we are and the games that we've because we all started back NES or Atari, back when games were just coming into the home. If they had achievements then, these guys wouldn't have a freaking chance.
The achievements were a lot harder back then, man. If you look at the old 360 back-to-back games, achievements were actually a lot harder. They just give you achievements now to make you feel good.
Cross the road, like, you get one.
You finished level 1.
Fucking participation trophy. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I reckon achievements should be just hard stuff that, I just don't understand why they did it like that, Like, it should be stuff that's like rare or hard or...
Yep.
Yeah, not like the Simpsons game. There's a Simpsons game where you just loaded the game up and pressed start for the first time. There was an achievement for that. So and a perfect dark 0, I think, on the 360 had the hardest achievements. You had to beat the game like 5 times. Every time you beat the game, it was 10 points. Gamer score.
Jesus.
And you had to beat it on easy all the way through to like perfect agent or whatever. And perfect agent was 10 points as well, but you couldn't unlock it until you'd done the other 4. It was crazy. I never did it. And like it was all like 5-point achievements. Yeah, 5 and 10 points.
Yeah, it's great. And they should give you more achievements in multiplayer, man. Like, I reckon playing multiplayer. Like, that's the only reason why mine's so low.
Yeah, like time-based ones, like if you play for 100 hours, 200 hours.
Yeah, so many kills, 1,000 kills or 2,000 kills.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
See, I think that's like, what was it? Advanced Warfare, they had the Exo Squad. I think, and they had like the challenges, and you had to run, and you had to do like 10 on each of the deals, and, you could progress up. And I kind of like that. You have to play so many levels on each thing, and then you got... On that, I got the zombie skin because I made it through the jail and then 10 rounds of that, and I was able to get the zombies because they didn't have zombies in that one.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fucking fun. Like, my son and I, we'd play. I mean, I realized, he was 9 years old when we were playing, which is, dad of the fucking year. But it was something him and I could do together and play.
Yeah.
And he's way better of a gamer than I am, and I hate to admit it. Like, he's awesome. He's always giving me shit. He's like, Dad, why are you talking to these people? He goes, you're not a gamer. I'm more of a gamer than you are. I'm like, screw you little shit.
It's like, that's it. No more controller for you.
Go to bed.
No internet for you.
Just take the batteries out and go buy some batteries, son.
Yeah, get a job, get the batteries.
Cool. So, did we get to Profit? What have you been playing, man? Profit. Fucking Mega.
Yeah.
Profit, man. What have you been playing? Nah. No, I've been
playing some cool games.
Yeah. I played a bit of Mad Max. I downloaded that from Game Pass last week, so that was first time I played that. Wasn't too bad. It was. I just wanted to change the pace because I've been playing Halo 5 again on just doing the campaign, trying to unlock that low wolf achievement.
Yeah.
Which is to beat every level by yourself on Legendary. So it's pretty tough. Yeah, it's pretty tough in some areas, but getting through that. So I thought I'd try out Mad Max. It wasn't too bad. The controls I found were a little bit clunky at times, but I actually enjoyed myself with that. Little stuff to do on the sides, and go here, go there, kind of thing. But
has it got Tina Turner in it?
No Tina Turner so far. No.
Okay.
So that wasn't too bad. I thought I might work my way through that as well as Halo 5. And I went back and tried. You probably know this, Stick. I went back and tried Fortnite. I wanted to see what all the hype was again because I played it a few months ago and it was good. It was fun. But played PUBG and PUBG was really good. And then I thought, I'll go check out Fortnite, see what state it's in at the moment. And you know what, like with all the building and stuff, it cops a bit of flack for that. But actually, it is pretty fun. It runs smooth as, and I find myself getting a few more, like not so much having more fun, but I can rack up a few more kills in that game. But it's, I've said this a few times on Twitter as well. Unless you're a really strong builder, probably 99% of the time in that top 10, it ends really quick. Because there's dudes, because the circle's, it's quite small. There's dudes that just know how to build and shoot from anywhere, and if you can't build quick enough, you're pretty much dead. So
like the zebras, man, how they've got those stripes, and that confuses the line because the stripes when they run and shit, the line doesn't know where to go. That's what. If you didn't know, that's why zebras have got stripes. It's sort of like that on that game when some dude starts just like trying to shoot someone. Next minute they start building. You're like, what the fuck?
I know.
Yeah, it just confuses you. You're like, oh man, I'm just
they're getting higher and higher.
Yeah, they're getting higher.
And you're like, how do I? And then you just know that if I don't get out of the way, I'm just going to die. So I'm trying to run off and hide and trying to take pot shots. And I'm trying to build as well. And the building's got a little bit better, but these guys are just like freaks. And
you don't have to build, but you can just
you don't have to
off your teammates and just let them build, and you just try to snipe. And
yeah, well, I've been playing a few solo ones. I thought I'll have a go. Some
solo,
first.
Yeah, solo's hard, yeah.
Yeah, and I got to I did get down to like I think the top 6 at one stage. I wasn't streaming or anything, but it was hard, man. Like there was dudes fighting off in the background. Yeah, and they were just building to the sky, and I'm there going, shit, I need a rocket launcher. But I always have the worst weapons, and I'm like, far out, And then as soon as you come up and fire against somebody, it's you pretty much die. So that's the only thing that kind of turns me off, because you're like, yeah, it's good fun. It's kind of like PUBG, but it's good fun. But if you can't build at the end, it's kind of all for nothing. Like, there's nothing for second place or third place, fourth place, whatever. It's like it just ends abruptly, and you're like, oh man, like I was doing so well, but just because I couldn't build a wall
or build a fence
staircase or door,
right in front of you real quick.
Yeah, like straight away. And I mean, I know it takes practice, and I haven't played a lot, and I did improve the build game a bit. I was deflecting a few shots, hiding myself pretty well, but there's these guys out, you can tell by their skins that they played a lot of games, and they're just really, really good at the game. So it was kind of off-putting to go back, but I would, play a few hours in a night. It is. I must admit, it's fun, just as much fun probably as PUBG. I find it a little bit easier to kill, but PUBG towards the end, I find at the end you probably got more of a chance of hanging in there a little bit more, because you can go prone and you can hide a bit more. You're not building, so
it's got that classic. PUBG's got that classic, that classic shooter tactics where you keep your head down, don't get spotted.
Yeah, it's military. You're not jumping around.
Shoot to kill and fucking
flank them a little bit if you can. Yeah,
there's a massive like console or like a game war going on between those two games. Like on Twitter and shit, where just this is like this hatred. I don't know if it's fanboy console shit because one's on Xbox, but I mean, there's a big rivalry going on between Fortnite and PUBG, and maybe because Fortnite copied PUBG with that sort of whole game style, or didn't really copy them because it wasn't their idea. But
I do find the PlayStation guys seem to have
they love Fortnite.
Yeah, because
Fortnite's the best thing since sliced bread, man.
Well, I think that has to do a lot with it. Why it's ahead of PUBG and a lot of it's on PlayStation,
and it's free. It's free. Let's not forget
it's free.
You don't have to pay for it, man. It's fucking free.
Like my son wanted me to buy the actual game for him. I'm like, no, I'm not. You can play the free one. I'm not going to spend money on this game. It's not.
I wouldn't have bought Fortnite if I wouldn't have downloaded it if it wasn't free, man. So
it would have had to be like 10. Like if it was $10, I would have. It was $10. But it was free, so that's how I got into it first. But I do sense there's a lot of people going, like a lot of PlayStation guys, obviously, are going towards Fortnite solely because PUBG is on Xbox.
Yeah, the same with PUBG. Like if you say anything positive about PUBG, you get shot down because it's an Xbox exclusive. So you're just pumping it up because it's only on Xbox, man. It doesn't. For me personally, like if it was on Xbox or PlayStation, if it was on both, I'll be still talking exactly the same way about PUBG, the way I am now on Twitter and stuff, and defending the fact that it's a preview game. They're patching it. I wouldn't care, man. I would not care. It's got nothing to do with it. But
that's one thing I don't understand is why PUBG gets all this hate for being a preview game. I mean, it's a freaking preview game, and it gets all this hate for frame rate or rubber banding and all this shit. It's like, do you guys not know what a preview is? What a game that's
half the people haven't even played the game, or they're playing it on the OG Xbox, and I don't think that game would have even been released on Xbox if it wasn't for the X. They wouldn't even attempted it. I just think it's the X. If the X was
made it
around,
happen.
The X
I know that this is in the topics, and it's going off of it.
On the OG, it runs like shit.
How are they? I saw, and I know this isn't a topic, so I'm taking it off, but it's going to go to mobile. What the fuck? How is it? How is it? How are they going to run
Fortnite?
PUBG? Because PUBG. It's in China. They're running there's running PUBG on the freaking mobile phones. How?
Same with Fortnite. Yeah. I mean, how you can play that game on mobile, I have no idea.
I don't know. I know Bluetooth controllers are going to skyrocket. That's for sure. Because I don't know how you would play it. I don't know how you play it with fingers on screen.
Man, you have to get a microscope to see someone on the fucking horizon.
Well, you better hope your Wi-Fi signal is freaking right there. You're right on the hotspot. Because
you'd be wearing those glasses like the orthodontist and shit wear to fucking play the game.
It's just. I mean, I understand that it's a fun game mode, but it just doesn't seem to me that needs to be on a phone. Like to me, phones aren't for gaming. Like maybe some solitaire or freaking some
Clash
Candy
Royale
Crush or some shit like that, but not freaking Fortnite or PUBG. It just doesn't.
Fallout.
Might as well, shit. Let's bring Gears to the mobile. I want a full Gears campaign. Why not?
The phones are getting more powerful, but Fortnite's PC. So Fortnite's coming out their PC, PS4, and mobile crossplay enabled. Why anyone would want to play Fortnite against PC players with a controller, I have no idea. Cause
even on mobile, I mean, who's going to have the advantage?
Yeah, the mobile guys, they're going to be down the bottom of the list, man. They'll be just like, they're going to be, man. It's going to be like you get some guy on mobile getting the what do they call it, the alpaca dinner or whatever, and he'd be like instant. Famous gamer. It's like I got it against the PC and PS4 guys. But
you can see it now. The first article from IGN or something is first mobile winner of Fortnite.
Yeah,
he gets a golden phone.
Yeah, it'll just.
But
be,
Xbox got left out at the moment. So,
I did see an article today. Apparently, Microsoft are looking into it or something. So.
Yeah, they're talking to them.
I mean, I don't.
Well, I reckon Fortnite could be the first PS4 Xbox crossplay game. I reckon it's gonna be the first one.
See, and I thought for sure it'd be Minecraft. It
should be Minecraft, man. Because why the fuck isn't Minecraft crossplay compatible? You got a bunch of people creating these little worlds and shit, and kids and stuff.
You can play with people on the Switch.
Why would PlayStation say no to that?
Yeah.
It's just really wrong. I feel like it's anti-gamer, man. It's massively anti-gamer. Denying someone to play with their friend because he's got a PS4 and they want to play Minecraft and build little castles and tunnels.
Yeah, because all that game is about creating. Creating your own world. It's not about freaking going around shooting people or who can be the best one. Why not that game? They're talking about violence in games and shit like that. Fucking. I realize there's the battle modes like the shovels and shit like that, and little snowball fights you can do on Minecraft, which is like non-violent as all hell. Because who hasn't done a snowball fight if you're around snow or mud fight? If you're a boy, throw rocks at each other.
Well, people talk about. Oh, sorry, man. Go.
I just don't understand. Like, I honestly thought Minecraft would be the first on everything. Because it's pretty much on fucking everything anyways.
It's fairly global, isn't it? Yeah. It's fairly global.
People say, like Xbox on the 360 didn't want crossplay, and PlayStation did. But back then, man, PlayStation was free. So PlayStation Live was free, and Xbox you had to pay for it. So I reckon that had a bit to do with it, man. Where Xbox are like, well, no, people are paying for our service. So, I still don't agree, man. They should have done it back then. Like Xbox should have. If they could have done crossplay back then, they should have done it, man. I just think it's fucked. Yeah. I think you got exclusive games, and then you've got, you can't like my niece bought a PlayStation this week. I told her to get the Pro because it's like an extra $100 or whatever, and she's playing Fortnite with her mates at school. But they all got PlayStation, so she's like, she rang me up. She goes, she knows I've got an Xbox Centric podcast. She goes, should I get a Xbox or a PlayStation? I said, well, what do all your friends play? And she's like, a PlayStation. I said, well, just get a PlayStation. That's the way it is. If you want to play with them, what's the point of getting an Xbox if you're playing by yourself? So she went and got a PlayStation. But if they had crossplay on Fortnite, then she could have got an Xbox, which is the better system because she would have got an X. It's a better performing hardware, and she's into her multiplayer games. She's not into story-driven fucking games. So she ended up getting.
Yeah, so the Xbox definitely would have been better.
Well, the PlayStation. I mean, that is probably why they don't want crossplay because they know this. They do surveys and shit, and I bet you the number one reason is why people bought a PlayStation is because their friends have all got one. That's how it works. That's how it works. Like, if your friends have got one, you're going to buy one. You're not going to buy an Xbox. So,
yeah, because that's the reason I got a PS2 is my friends had one.
Fuck yeah. That's why you buy anything, man. You buy anything because your friends have got one like that. Like, that's why Xbox are chucking all this money at Game Pass and all this sort of stuff, because they're trying so hard to get the numbers back as much as they can. Like just to take that to get that back. For every one person who buys a PlayStation, maybe 3 or 4 of their friends buy one eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy, man. That is it Epic that aren't allowing Xbox in at the moment, or they haven't included them in the crossplay on Fortnite, or
I think so, from what I read.
Is it a marketing deal or some shit?
Oh, I don't think it was a marketing deal. I don't know. I just didn't think they included them in just yet. So maybe it just was too much for the infrastructure. I'm not too sure, but I think there'll be a way around it soon. Not that I'm really worried about it. I'll never play on mobile.
I'm dying to play against PS4 guys.
Yeah,
I'd love to. It'd be so cool, man. Imagine if you could tell like from their gamer tag or something. Like, I'd love it. I reckon it'd be awesome. Like, it would actually make the console war, like fun. It'd be like, it would validate it and make it like, not this stupid fucking nerdy thing that people get involved in, because they've got no lives. There's like a rivalry there. That's like, maybe leaderboards and stuff like that. Where
us first them, yeah,
us first them type thing would be cool. I reckon it'd be cool.
That's Scorpion versus My Little Pony.
Yeah. Imagine the chat, if you could like chat between the two consoles. Oh, it'll be on.
Yeah, everyone would change their gamer tag too. Be like,
the shit talk would be so real.
And be like PS4, fucking whatever, wanker.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
No.
Hopefully Xbox get involved in that, man. I reckon it'd be good. It could be the first PS4 Xbox crossplay game. Fortnite.
Yeah.
It won't be PUBG.
It'd be cool.
So they don't have it, but it's got to be Fortnite, so it'd be good.
Yeah. Oh well.
So
good stuff.
So COD Black Ops 4 Mega. What do you reckon, man?
Well, some people would say that they've just set up COD for 2018, 19, and 20 because they only play Treyarch games. So, and with Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer kind of failing in the old COD of recent times with popularity, I could see people playing Black Ops 4. I mean, it's going to be good. I think it'll be. It's going to be good. It's more of a modern one than a futuristic one. People seem to like the modern sort of era more than the past and the future. Because it's based in 2020, so 2020. So by the time we get this, it'll only be 18 months from 2020. So it'll be pretty modern. So I can't really see jetpacks and stuff like that going on in it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one actually. So if it's anything like, look, I think it'll probably play a bit more like Black Ops 2 did.
Yeah.
Probably won't be as futuristic. That was 2025. This is 2020. So you won't have as much technology in it, but look, as long as they incorporate a good slide into the mechanics, I think World War II could have done with a slide. They had the stupid dolphin dive instead, so it was kind of slow and sluggish. Where if you had a slide in the movements, it would have just made that a little bit better. And they just got to control the sniping. If the sniping is way OP, it's just going to do what World War II did. It's just not going to last.
So you're not playing World War II anymore?
Not at the moment, man. It's been like. I tried out the prop hunt. But,
I love that game mode. That is so much fun.
Yeah,
you get a group of people in there. It's just a blast.
I love
one of the best games of hide and seek.
Yeah, I know. I don't know whether you've played it, Stick, where you I don't know whether you've seen videos and stuff on, but you're like a prop. So depending on what level you're on, you might be like a barrel or a bale of hay or something, and you move around and try and hide. And the other team, the other team, has to try and find you guys, and I think it's about 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yep.
You whistle so that you give up your position a little bit, just so it's not so hard. And then you got to try and move around, and you can switch. You can switch what sort of prop you are up to 3 times, I think, with a couple of flashbangs as well.
Yeah, and there's decoys, so you can set up. Yeah. You can put them all around. Like I on one time I was the bales of hay, so I set a bunch of bales of hay around. And then I switched mine to where I was a bike, and I laid right up against it, and I made the whole deal because they just
didn't die.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's just I got Supersonic Station into freaking prop hunt. I was like, man, you gotta try this. You just have to try it.
Yeah, I
And he
watched a
came in
couple of
and
his. Yeah.
we played, and he's like, this is so much fun. This has to be permanent. I mean, it's just brings you back to when you were a kid, fucking playing hide and go seek in the neighborhood. You know.
Nice.
It is.
And they have prop hunt, on Modern Warfare, the remaster. They have it on
yes.
that. It's a permanent. But I tried it, and they had these freaking guys using RPGs with unlimited ammo. So you're getting the flak. So they'd be able to see you. It's a lot harder to be a prop in that one. But it's I don't know. World War II prop hunt is just fun as hell.
I have to go. I have to do that.
I recommend it. Yeah, it's a permanent game mode now. It's cool. On there now.
Yeah, I love being the prop. I think the best part about it is being the props because like that's just that anticipation when you see players running around you trying to just shoot at walls, trying to shoot at anything.
And then if you die, you get a spectate, and you can go, and see. It's a lot. Like I was watching Super Stream because he recorded the one that we played, and he was laying on the ground, and one of the guys on the other team literally walked right off the dock, and he recorded it. Like the guy falling into the deal and dying.
Oh, really?
walked right over him. I was a blanket one time, and they were standing on top of me, shooting all the way around.
Oh wow!
Like they were staying on me. It was like, yes, fuckers. It's like.
I know. It's cool. Like each level has its own like props, like littered around anyway. Like when you're playing regular multiplayer, so it utilizes all those props and things that are in the level. They're the ones that you use. So it's all level dependent. Like it's all like you won't have a funny looking prop from a ship in a jungle or something like that. Like it's all. And
cool. The bigger prop you are, the harder it is to kill, and you get more points for it. The longer you survive, the bigger prop you are.
Yeah,
and you'd be surprised. Like it's really fun. Like you'll see a ladder running around, or a wheelbarrow just taking off, or a pair of boots, and they're just freaking running around it. Or you could like follow the guys that are hunting you. You could be behind them. So when they whistle, you're right behind them, and then they try to move, and you just move so they don't see you.
Yeah,
and they could be like literally right next to you, and you're a lamppost. And you're whistling, and you're just sitting back, just laughing your ass off as they're trying to hit you, and they're missing because
they don't know what they're looking for. Yeah,
they have no clue. And if you can like kind of position yourself to where you're at a doorway, so they don't know if you're inside or outside that doorway, you have like a really good advantage there.
Have they got limited ammo, limited ammunition?
It's unlimited. All you have to do is reload, and they get grenades too. I think there might be flash bangs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, stuns. I think. Yeah.
Yep, and so they can kind of see if you get some. But it's a lot of fun. Like if you just want to have a good time with your friends, I recommend prop hunt. Like it won't disappoint. Like if you ever played hide and go seek as a kid, it will bring you back.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
I know. And I was unsure about it. Yeah, I was like, prop hunt. What's the point? It's a World War II game. What's going on? Anyway, but once I tried it, I was like, this is it's a big break from the playing multiplayer. Yeah, and it's just fun. It's just really fun, and it's even fun when you're the soldiers trying to run around because you're all over the place. You're hearing whistles, you see tires, you see bloody lampposts or trees, whatever, running around the place, and you just try to find them. And
and if you don't hear the whistle, you know you're not in the right area. So you go.
And the whistle too. If it's far away, you'll hear a little, like you hear it in the distance. And it's over that way. So it's kind of good. A good set of headphones is needed, but it's good fun. So check it out, Stick, if you ever get a chance. We should jump on together one time. Stream it.
Yeah, I'll jump on. Yeah, sure, man. Because I haven't gone back to that game for ages, man. So I enjoyed it. The World War II Battlefield, and it was good. But then PUBG came out, or something else came out. But so what did you think of the trailer, man? Did you watch that trailer for Black Ops 4?
Yeah, I did. It was only a quick one, but it was all it was just flashbacks of 1, 2, and 3. But
okay. I thought I was going to say, man, it looked a lot like the old ones. Like they haven't changed much.
It was just all it was all footage, bits and pieces from the first, second, third, and then
I've seen that drone.
Yeah, because I thought, oh, that's back. The little RC car, I thought that was back. The little flying rotor thing
The
was
flying
back.
drone, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Dragonfly. But and then at the end, the slogan was "Forget all that you've known in the past" or whatever it said. I said, oh, okay, so you got to forget all that.
Cool.
It's not going to be anything like that. It's obviously going to be a modern setting, which I think is good because
Battle
people
Royale.
love the modern. Yeah, it's going to have more modern guns and more modern streaks. And people love the Modern Warfare series, which is all modern, really. So I think it's a way of bringing Modern Warfare sort of back without, being Infinity Ward. But it's going to be a cool era to play. But like I said, it's got to have some, proper snipers in it. But as long as it's got some good maps, some good streaks, and good connection, man, I'll play it and hope for the best. So, but
I hope they have kill streaks and not score streaks. I hope they bring that.
Yeah, see, I was always a score streak fan because I love taking out aerial streaks and stuff, like getting points for doing everything.
So, yeah.
And because I can't stay alive enough to bloody get past the UAV half the time, especially in World War II, you need at least 5 kills or something to get the UAV. So it was always hard to get. But I don't mind score streaks. But look, however they do it, as long as it's fun. But the biggest thing too is, are they going to include a battle royale in this one?
See, I heard something about that. Like they were talking about that, and I don't. To me, Call of Duty maps are not big enough. Like even their big Warzone map isn't freaking big enough to support a PUBG or battle royale mode.
Yeah.
They'll have to
At least
make one,
in my opinion.
Yeah, they'll have to make one specific. Maybe two. Maybe they've got to at least have maybe 2 maps, but they've got to have them as big as they are in Fortnite or in PUBG or whatever, and just have it separate to the servers or whatever. And if you want to pick it, it'll just chuck you over there. And look, if it plays as good as the multiplayer, I could see it really taking off. And because arguably the best-selling game every year, so
that's right.
Yeah.
They got the player base. They got the player base to do a battle royale. Because as soon as you start trying to join a match, say like on PUBG, as soon as you start like trying to match make, and it just takes forever to find a match, that's when that game will die. That's when people, and then what happens is like people will they go to play and they've got to wait people won't wait 2 or 3 minutes, man. Like 2 or 3 minutes and they're gone.
It's too long, yeah.
It's too long. So as soon as that happens to PUBG or Fortnite, those games will just die because less and less people will play them, and then it will just get bigger and bigger waiting times. So yeah. So I reckon COD. If anyone's going to pull off a battle royale mode, it'll be like COD or Battlefield.
Yeah,
because Battlefield's got a fairly big player base.
See, I can see Battlefield doing better just because of the map size. But like you said, if they do a dedicated server just for that, and put a big map, then it'll work. But I mean, to me, Call of Duty
they need to have like a that's the only game mode.
Yeah.
Like I think on Fortnite in Australia, you can't actually play is it duo? There's no duo servers in Australia for Fortnite because we don't have maybe they've changed that now because more people are playing it. But when I was playing it, they didn't have it, and it's it wasn't available because there's not enough players. They want the players to filter into squad or solo, So
yeah.
If you had like COD or Battlefield had heaps of different game modes, and then Battle Royale was like an add-on, I don't know if that would work, man. I don't know if that would work. They'd have to have a dedicated game with, they could have Battlefield 5 and then have a separate game, Battlefield Battle Royale, something
like a DLC kind of deal.
Well, not even a DLC, like a total standalone game. I reckon they need to do it.
I reckon Battle Royale field. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the game mode. I think there's certain games that just it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be on everything. It just.
Yeah. No. It definitely.
Because that'd be like enjoying seeing this prop hunt take off, and then now it's on freaking everything. So you got prop hunt. Well, it just freaking.
I would like it if it was just PUBG and fucking Fortnite. They were the only two. I could see Gears of War, which I said this ages ago. Now, like Coalition are helping with the game with PUBG, but like I could see Gears of War doing it. I reckon that'd be cool, like doing the roadie run into the circle. But,
imagine that.
But
but I can see some big games like that. I mean, if COD can do it right, the amount of COD people that have gone over to Battle Royale, because I mean, World War II is fun for a lot of people, and it is fun when there's no snipers in there. But I tell you, the amount of COD, like you look at all the big COD streamers, the massive YouTubers, they're all playing Fortnite. They're not even playing World War II anymore. But I wonder what would happen if COD made a Battle Royale, and they're all familiar with COD more than Fortnite, obviously. Would they all float on back over to COD? Like if they did it right, like if they did a good sized map and maybe somehow incorporate streaks and stuff into that. I mean, they're going to flood right back to that. It makes me wonder what will happen to Fortnite or PUBG if say a Halo, Gears, and a Battlefield and COD made a really like good successful battle royale mode. Like would people awesome. Would they go because they've got everyone likes their certain games like Halos and Gears and stuff. Would they float over to their favourite franchises?
Yeah.
Halo are Fortnite that too far ahead now? Like like Halo. I mean that'd be interesting. I mean,
with the weapons, just the weapons on Halo would be cool. Like that's what it comes down to. Like because
getting the final circle, and everyone has to just have the energy swords.
Oh yeah. And you get like active camo and stuff. You got I've got active camo. I can just go around and slice everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think Battle Royale, like the game, the intensity of it and everything. I don't think it's a flash in the pan type game mode. I reckon it's going to stick around because no other like with your respawn games. They sort of years ago there used to be a lot of last man standing games. Where you had 8 on 8. I remember Ghost Recon. It was 8 on 8, and once you died, you were out. And they sort of died away, and it all went to respawn. Firefight or whatever the fuck it is, where you got the first to 50. But I think, I think Battle Royale will stick around because it's intense. Like you don't want to die, you want to stay alive, you don't want to let your teammates down. You don't want to. If you're the first one who dies in the squad, you feel bad because they're now the 3-man squad, and there's like a lot of emotional. Emotional ties you got with the game where it's like, it's not just like kill. I got a 20-10 kill death ratio. Cool, I did my job. It's no, you got to stay alive. Like I think whatever game does a really good battle royale could take off. But then they might release PUBG 2 or Fortnite 2. I reckon whenever they release another PUBG or another Fortnite, people will always go back to them. And go, let's go back. They'll be interested in it.
Just like wait till we get the desert map, or a snow map on PUBG, because the game's still in preview. So I mean, why couldn't they give us
or extra
maps?
weapons?
Once we get, once I think once they change the map and they're 2 different maps or 3 different maps,
they're doing it with Fortnite. They're doing like the 20 versus 20, the 100 versus 100. Whatever the fuck it was, and they're always trying to chuck new things in that game, keep it fresh.
Mm-hmm. My son likes that 20 or the 2020. It's smaller, so he's
5 teams of 20, isn't it? Yeah, something.
Yeah, he really likes that.
But I have played that. I think they did the 100 versus 100, whatever it was, 50 versus 50, and
Yep.
Like once one team's got the upper hand, it's just a slaughterhouse. Like.
It's
just like they just run around and just kill everyone. Like
that mode reminds me like the old Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2, or even in the Xbox, where you had the rebels and there was only so many, and like if you were the rebels and you got down to like 10 people and they freaking had like still 40, you were fucked.
That's right. You can't do nothing, man. It's like you just get steamrolled. So I don't know. But yeah,
sorry about my swearing. I just woke up yet. Still,
just trying. Stop fucking swearing.
Well, it'll be a true test anyway. As soon as a AAA developer makes one, it'll be a true test.
Yeah,
to see how the others go. Yeah,
the longevity of it. Yeah,
like Gears of War, Halo. All these games. Like imagine that, man. The weapons they've got, the story. The worlds and shit they've created, and they got the nostalgia there.
Yeah, and a lot of those worlds people are familiar with, so they'd love to go and check it out.
See, as much as the game got hate, it still got hate. I've never played it, but I thought it'd be in Destiny 2. For some, I figured, they'd be bringing it out with that because that game was in development as, these two modes were becoming real popular.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this will do it, because
you can't argue with the numbers, man. Like, the amount of people playing Fortnite and PUBG at the moment.
And being money whores that they are, I figured, okay, they'd be jumping on this shit like white on rice, but they didn't, they didn't do it because I would have loved to see what they did,
how they would have done it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have a lot of upset fucking fans if they did a battle royale mode. I reckon the Destiny.
Well, they got a bunch of upset fans, anyways. I mean, they freaking.
That's true.
Destiny can't ever win. They can't win. So why not? Why not? If that would bring new blood to it, why not?
But with battle royale, it's like it's just a skin, isn't it? Really, like whatever game it's like you could do PUBG and then have a Halo skin on it. Like to me, that's what it's like. It's like the game mode stays the same. It's just a different skin. It's a Fortnite cartoony skin or with building. They've got the building aspect, which is different. But if it didn't have that, it would be the same as PUBG, except PUBG is more military. So
one's cartoony, one's more realistic.
It could get saturated pretty easily. That whole game mode. Where it's just like, well, it's the same as PUBG, but it's got a Halo skin on it, or it's the same as that, but it's just got a Gears skin on it, with different weapons, and so it'd be interesting to see the next one that comes out. There is one coming out this year. I can't remember the name, but something about the wolves, hunt the wolves or something. It's coming out. It's coming to a preview game. It's going to be on Xbox, I think, and PlayStation and everything.
Oh yeah,
PC. But apparently it's in Chernobyl. Its settings in Chernobyl.
See, there's a game there's a game mode that I've only seen a little bit, but it's that Hunt Showdown. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like PUBG with zombies. It's you go up and there's monsters and there's you have to beat so many and get to this area, and you could either hide at the main area and wait for people to come to you or whatever. But I've seen a couple of guys play it on PC, and that game looks fun as hell.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I'm not a PC gamer, but I mean, if I was, I definitely would want that game. It looks fun.
The only game that's ever that made me consider buying a PC is PUBG. I've been watching that for a while. But
I remember. Yeah, when they were talking, or when they first came out, I remember you watching it. Yeah, watching it. Well,
this is awesome. So we may as well move on to our second topic.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, I get lost. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're all right. No.
We always
don't worry about it. We're not going to get some more. Fuck it. Oh, well, I don't know. Let's skip to a good one. All right, we'll go with this one. It's the next one. So Ubisoft have announced Division 2, the next division. So it's the first one was the first game, or the fastest selling game for a new IP in the history of gaming. And they're basically designing this second one on the feedback from the first. So they've instead of they're putting everything into it as far as developers, the resources go. They updated Snowdrop engine. So what do you reckon, guys? Division 2, like, did you guys play the first one at all? Or?
I probably played about 10 hours of it. I really should have played more of it. I wouldn't mind going back to at least finish the campaign. But I really look. I'll probably get Division 2, but I might actually go through the Division 1. Maybe I have to go through with somebody or two, like maybe you two. But
I can go back in.
Yeah, I had fun with the first one. I don't know why I never went back. I guess
it's a really good looking game. Like really good looking, really cool scenery with the snowy New York setting, and I like the sound and everything. It was like I don't know. They had everything nailed, man. But they just fucked up with the content sort of side of things. But hopefully.
I didn't really play all that much. I went over to my friend's house and he had it, and I played. I what is it? The Dark Zone, or I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was when it was first coming out, and he put me in there, and I just got freaking wrecked. Like they just freaking destroyed me, and I was like, okay, this is not fun.
I think the
I
last time I played it, I was
stayed
shooting
away.
a guy. I was shooting a guy, and I was like unloading him with like 3 or 4 clips into him, and he was just standing there, and then he just shot me like with one fucking bullet, and I died, and I was like, "Fuck this!"
I mean, the game had so much potential. I was like, "Yes, looking forward to it," and then I played it. I was like, "Okay, nope." But like
yeah,
you know,
me too.
I you know, it might be something because everyone says they've improved it so much that it might be worth giving it another shot. And so, I mean, I will definitely give.
It's still a co-op campaign.
Give the second
game,
one,
really, isn't it? Like you go around, and you take out AIs.
I like. To me, like the co-op campaign is I'm really enjoying. Like Gears 3 to me will probably be my favorite because of the 4-person co-op. Because I was able to like go in there because I had never played it before up until like 2 months ago. I kind of just stayed away and played single player, and Dirty and Corpse, like they're like, oh, let's just play the co-op campaign, and I was like, fuck yeah, I was able to play this with 3 of my friends. It's so much fun. So if they do something like that, yeah, I'll definitely freaking get it. If I can play with more, it's.
I'll buy the second one for sure, man. Because why the fuck not? It's a new game. I'll buy it. Hopefully they do something different. I don't know what they're going to do, but they reckon they've learnt from the mistakes. I would like to see less upgrading and stuff. Like it actually used to take me a half an hour. Like when I stopped. You'd finish playing the game. You're like, all right, boys, it's 11:30. I'm going to go to bed. And it's like, before I go, I'll just change all my gear. And then it was like 12:30 in the morning. And you're like, fuck, it's still there changing your gear. And, I just don't have time for that, man. Like, I just, so I don't know what they can do. But it just, hopefully the second one. Man, the game looks so good. It looks really,
it does. Good. It looks amazing.
You feel,
and I hope it does do well.
Yeah. Shout out to Black.
Like I said,
man. Thanks for joining.
They with everything that they fixed with the first one, because I mean it would go in and I definitely need to give it another shot. I just there's so many freaking games. It's so like my backlog is it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I've got some friends who play Division 1 still, and they love it, and they've seen the X updates getting updated for X, and they were like, "Cool, man, we'll go back and play it again." They loved it. So there is people still playing it. I don't know what they do on there, if they play just Dark Zone or, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard there's more numbers on it now than ever. Mm-hmm. So okay. And obviously, there must be numbers on it for them to make number 2. So,
but just talking about this selling a new IP in history. So
yeah, and just talking about the customization and stuff you were talking about before, Stick. I think that was one thing that kind of turned me off is the constant upgrading of like. Not just a gun or whatever, but like every little facet of your character, and it just got confusing. I remember that part. It just got too much. It's like, I just want to get in. You need to get out.
I reckon there's like uni courses for fucking Division upgrades.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with having to change like the color of my, or a couple attachments. But if I had to go in and freaking modify every freaking aspect of the thing, I don't. I'm not there to do a book report or freaking homework. I'm there to play a game.
Yeah, and you look at stats and you're like, this nozzle is better than this one, or these gloves are better than these knee pads. I'm like, oh man, like I really like, and you can't sort of go, oh no, I'm not going to put them on. Yeah, you go, oh, I've got to put them on. It makes me stronger, So, but it just, it makes no difference in the long run because the enemies get tougher anyway. So it doesn't make any difference really when it comes to
more power to those guys that can spend that amount of time.
Well, I remember Prophet. He played a lot of that Division 1. I think he was good for someone to talk to about upgrading stuff because he had a pretty powerful character there at one stage. Well, the stats were really. I'm like, wow, like my character's nowhere near that, and his is up there. Like he must have put some hours into it. But that whole cut. Like even with the Sea of Thieves, I'm glad that they've cut out a bit of the customization stuff and just make it like a random thing because I just want to get in, pick a character. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Like that's cool. I'm thinking, I don't want to sit there for half an hour or even 10 minutes.
I never did that.
Just pick a default character. I might maybe I might have picked someone who kind of looks like me. That's about it. But a couple of minutes, that's it. And then I would stick with it. Just don't want to be there for.
I picked a character today on that game, because I just jumped in there. I actually chucked my son in there. He's only 5. I put him in there, and he was loving it. He was sitting up the top of the crow's nest, and he's loving it. And but yeah, I was like picking a character, and I picked like a really old guy, and I thought, "Fuck, I am old."
You're 40, aren't you?
I'm 38, man. I said I'm an old fucker. I might pick an old dude, so I did. I feel like I'm 80. So yeah.
What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, we're all going to get Division 2 then. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, actually, I should shout out to Tim Dog and Southbound. They actually gifted me the first division. I remember now. I was talking to them about it once on Xbox Live, and Tim and Southie, just all of a sudden I get this message in my message box, and they gave me division. They went halves in it.
We should play. We should play it, man. We should get on there.
We should. Me, you, Cyber, and I used to play a little bit with the Pope, Tommy, as well. He used to be around the same time I was on, and I played a little bit with GKB and stuff before as well. They were really good at it, but we should, boys. We should get on.
GKB was really looking forward to that game. I remember back in the day, and he was heavily disappointed, as we all were. I mean, I remember seeing the ads for it where you could actually play with on your iPad and help your teammates out with drones and shit, and that never happened. I was like, cool, man. You can get on your phone. Yeah, when that early days advertising, you could get on your phone and steer drones around and help your teammates out spot enemies. Yeah, that never happened.
With customization, it'd be good if they developed an app. Like, they've done this before for Call of Duty and maybe even Battlefield or whatever, but where you could actually do your character away from the Xbox. So say you're at work or you're at lunch, you can fiddle with your character, and then you get home, turn your Xbox on, and your character's already upgraded. Like, it's already up to date.
Could you do that with Division?
I don't know if you could do that. Okay. Well, I don't know whether you could on the first one, but it would be cool if they did it for the second one. But
I think you can do it with the Division. I think you can get on that. On a website. Yeah.
Because I don't mind doing that. Not in front of the TV. It's a bit frustrating. But if I was, say you're at lunch or whatever, at work or whatever, and you go, I'll get on and I'll just change my gun, and then you get home and it's already synced and done.
That'd be awesome.
Get straight into it, But what do you guys reckon about Division? Like the map for Division, like New York City. A battle royale game for that game.
Yeah, but if they did, instead of the dark zone, imagine they did a battle royale back then. They would be fucking breaking it in.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in Division 2, because it's that style.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because the dark zone was pretty much kind of like it without.
It is, isn't it? It is. The circle just doesn't get smaller. The only thing that it's just different areas. We've got higher loot, so it forces players to go there because of the loot. Is more. There's more rare loot in certain areas, like the higher grade loot, so people would go there and run into each other. But they sort of did it a little bit, didn't they, in that way?
Yeah, and have it on the outskirts of New York City, so not so much in there where there's too many big buildings. Have it out in the suburbs where it's like smaller houses and churches and stuff, so you're not up high. So it'll be kind of similar to how PUBG is, where you've only got houses and a few towers and stuff. I could certainly see it working that way. Yeah. So
having the row houses.
You never know. They're going off feedback off the first one. They wanted to do it again. I like the fact that when you get sequels to games, man, because I reckon they always do a better job the second time around. It's not like it's something in video games, man. Like, they tried, they know where they went wrong. And then they bring out the second one and they fix everything, and not like Division, not like Destiny, where they actually get it better the second time around.
Worse. Yeah, worse.
Yeah, well, it's just I don't want to do another Destiny. But I reckon you could be right, Mega. They could do something like that.
Yeah, because like you said, that New York being as big as it is, it would definitely be. And like you said, the dark zone was almost like it anyway, so it wouldn't be.
It is similar. Like you got areas that, you get.
Just have a circle, or the storm or whatever. Have a blizzard that drives you closer in, or they could do so many.
AIs coming in with machine guns. If you get close to the edge, they just fucking shoot you.
Well, they used to do that in Halo 3. If you went outside the boundaries of the map, there was these towers that shoot you down.
Yeah.
They're like I forget what they call them, but They used to take you out if you ventured too far from the outskirts of the map.
Yeah.
They just shot you down. You were dead.
Yeah.
Respawn.
Cool.
So cool.
Well, there you go. Well, it sounds like we're going to get Division 2. We don't care. We just give our money. That's what we do. It's another game. Let's just buy it, put it in the backlog.
Put it in Game Pass. Nah. Day one.
That's it.
If Microsoft was to get that title for Game Pass day one, the shit would hit the fan.
Oh, the internet would just be the end of it.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we got next? Hellblade coming to Xbox. The rumor is it's been the ratings board that rates games for Xbox have rated that game, and it's pretty much a big clue that it's coming to Xbox. It's been called the masterclass of atmosphere, storytelling, and the marriage of mechanical and conceptual design. I don't know if you guys know much about Hellblade. I watched a sort of video on it. It looks pretty cool. I think it's a type of game that the story-driven game. So yeah, it looks like it's coming to Xbox, which is pretty cool. I'll probably pick it up and put it in the backlog like with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think it's only half price, isn't it? As well, it's only coming at $30 US.
Oh, has it actually been released?
Oh no, on PlayStation it was. I think it was $30, which that price is perfectly fine. That State of Decay apparently is not, but yeah, I think it's only $30. I think it'll be probably $50 out here in Australia. But I'll definitely pick it up. I haven't seen any footage of it, but I've heard people talk about it and reckon it's really good. And from just seeing the box art and stuff like that, I think, I wouldn't mind getting it. Bit of a change of pace. So it looks like a game that, and I've heard excellent reviews from it for a game that's only like $30 US. So I think I'll definitely pick it up. But I don't know if Cyber, have you seen any footage? Have you boys seen any footage of it?
I haven't seen any footage. I just have heard Noof talk about it and say that like it's a game that you have to play and you really liked it that you don't level shit. You don't have to level anything up. You play the freaking game. It's not.
Yes, that's what I want.
It's kind of like Mario in that way. Like it's just you just freaking play. And it's one of those games that
I've seen some footage.
A headphone is way important because of the atmosphere. Because you can actually hear like the voices in her head. And shit like that.
She's like schizophrenic, isn't she, or something?
Yeah.
It's like it's going to freak with your mind, yeah.
Fuck, man. Don't smoke any cones while you're playing that game, that's for sure.
No.
All right, so...
That's what I think about you guys. You guys are the voices in my head, when I game. She goes, you play with your imaginary friends? I'm like, yep, the voices in my head, they're real.
Yeah.
It sounds good, man. I reckon I don't know, man. Like, whatever. It's another game that's coming to Xbox.
Yeah, it's another game.
I don't have a PlayStation. I don't really want to subscribe to 2 fucking lives and all that sort of shit. I don't want to buy another console. My missus will spit chips if I said, I'm getting a PlayStation. Like, I don't know. I just, any game's a good game.
I bought the PlayStation. I just got it right at the first of the year. I bought the PS4, but I bought it used. And I paid $120 US. And I got with it Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto 5 because every freaking thing has to have that. And I just now got the PSN or whatever network, and I bought I think a month's subscription to it. But it's the only reason I got a PlayStation is because for God of War. That's the only reason I bought a PlayStation 3 was for God of War.
Yep.
And I mean, anytime I can get a game that I'm kind of interested in or even not interested in, it's not just a console exclusive. I'm down for it. Just give me games. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of work goes into these games, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, you look at the Division we're just talking about and all the work that went into creating that world, that city. It's a shame when a game bombs, or I don't know, man. I always look at games and go, fuck, man, imagine how long it took them to make that.
Yeah, I know.
And then people are so critical of games, and they're like, that game sucked because of this or that, or it had fucking loot boxes. It's like, man, these guys slaved away for 4 fucking years to make that game. They put loot boxes in it so they can make some fucking money. What's your problem, cunt?
You don't have to buy the loot box.
That's right.
You don't have to buy it.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Like any game's a good game. Like you got to appreciate what these guys do, and obviously they do it to make money.
You don't have to buy them.
You don't have to buy them,
no.
So the other one is Crash Bandicoot Remaster coming to Switch, Xbox One. It was a top-selling remaster collection game for PS4 in the history of PS4. So a lot of people bought that on PlayStation. So that's coming to Xbox, PC, and Switch. So
this one makes me smile.
I probably won't pick that one up, to be honest. But I hope the Xbox guys do support it.
See, I want it, and it's mostly kind of to get the big middle finger at Sony, because I remember the Sony commercials where they had freaking Crash Bandicoot out holding the fucking stereo, acting all freaking hot and shit. Saying I'm a PlayStation, and now it's going to be on Xbox. One of their main guys at the launch of the PlayStation is coming to the Xbox. It just makes me laugh.
Wow.
And I enjoyed that when I first got the PlayStation, I had the Crash Bandicoot, and
I played that.
It was fun.
PS1.
Yep. And it was tough.
A fun game.
It wasn't just an easy. It was one of the first 3D games I'd ever played. To where it was like it was pretty fun.
One of the first 3D games, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
you're running like towards the screen or whatever, and
having to get away from that the rock, and you're running, and it's like, okay, this is Indiana Jones style. I mean, it's just
that's cool.
I realize the game's not for everybody, and not
put it in Game Pass. Pick it up, put it in Game Pass.
Yeah. I was like, when they were announcing it, the first thing I thought of was my wife, because she loves platformers. Like, she plays Sonic, she plays Super Lucky Tales. She likes those type of games. So I was like, yes, my wife will be so happy another game she can play.
Good. That's a game I was playing with my son, and that's a good game.
That's a really fun game.
Yeah.
And because Super Lucky Tales brings me back to where, kind of like Mario, where you had to hunt all the clovers and shit like that. You can find a different little level to get a clover that you didn't see, a little secret or something. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
To me, like those games like that are what kids need to play, not freaking COD, not.
For sure. It's problem solving skills.
Use your imagination. Because like I said I think it was Prophet, or I can't. To me, like, playing the games I grew up with, we had the box art, and the box art was freaking awesome. And then we got the game, and it looked like ass. Now the games look better than the box art, and the kids have they just, it's point and shoot. They don't have to think. It's just a linear deal. Just drive straight.
They rage.
Stuff. They don't know how to get better at the game. Without freaking out. It's like, just try something different.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm all for pretty much more games. You can't ever go wrong.
Yeah.
Just games.
Completely optional.
And Crash Bandicoot, it was a good series. And the way these guys did it, because didn't they have to pretty much remake it from the ground up? Like, they didn't have the source code or something like that?
It's a remaster, yeah. It is a remaster. From what I see, it's definitely, it's not a remake, it's a remaster. So, but they've added a lot of stuff. And Xbox definitely needs games like that, man. Like, it needs games like like Super Lucky Tales. People bag that game out, but they're good for the kids. They're good for the
and people are getting pissed off because now Xbox is going more. They feel PlayStation is getting dark and Xbox is getting soft.
Which is true.
Well, it is.
They are getting a bit like that. The Japanese don't
they
give
need
a shit,
they
man.
need to
they'll put dark shit on
to
their
do a
consoles
good.
and
it's like, you watch some of those Japanese horror movies. They're freaking dark.
They're not politically correct one way. They definitely don't go for political correctness, man. Like, they don't care. They're just like, whatever. Let's make money. That's about making that money, man. Like, it's not about morally taking the high road and all this sort of shit. It's like, I don't know if Xbox are doing that or not, but, they got games like Grand Theft Auto on their console, so obviously not, but with their first party, yeah, maybe. Like, Gears of War's pretty gruesome. but it's still sort of, But I think I think that the PlayStation. I'm an Xbox guy, but I do think PlayStation is sort of like they've got no problems putting anything on their console. They're not social responsibility and all this bullshit. Fuck that. That's for the parents to do that.
Yep.
Man. Not for
choose to buy a game or not buy the game.
Yeah.
Put the parental blocks on your freaking console if you don't want your kids to play the shit. It's not hard. Go to settings. I mean, they're I don't know. It's
for sure. If parents aren't going to stop their kids from playing games, they shouldn't worry about that. It's not up to the they need to worry about not letting keyboard and mouse on their console with PUBG, because I don't know if you've seen. I tweeted Mike Ybarra. I said, "What's going on with the keyboard and mouse bullshit on PUBG with these devices that allow keyboard and mouse?" Oh, well, we leave it up to the developer to do that, And he said, it's good for accessibility for disabled people. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I pay money for Xbox Live. Why isn't it up to you, mate? You should be blocking that stuff, because apparently they can detect those devices and block them. But they leave it up to the developer. The developer doesn't have time for that shit. That's what they should be doing. They should be blocking those sort of devices, because they're on PUBG, man. 100%, man. The other day, this guy got 100% accuracy on 3 of his, man. Headshots. We didn't even know where he was. And he shot us with a Car 98. And, I said, that's the keyboard and mouse or some shit going on there. That was just crazy. He just did not miss. And, don't worry about social responsibility. Worry about, looking after your core fans that are playing on a controller, and that don't want to play against keyboard and mouse cheats, who don't even know they're cheats because they think, I just prefer keyboard and mouse. Well, no. This is a... Well,
see, if you prefer keyboard and mouse, go to the PC.
Yeah, that's right, but they don't, because they want to go on and own...
I don't know. I prefer my controller. I see that, Prophet, he did that deal where it's not cheating because it's, it's there. It's an advantage. Well, it's one hell of a fucking advantage when you can put your mouse right over their freaking head and pull and just click, to where instead of having to, and whether it has aim assist or not, that doesn't matter. When you're freaking got that mouse and you can literally follow their little helmet over the hill and click on it, it's a lot fucking easier than aiming down a sight with the keyboard.
That's right. Don't worry about social responsibility, man. Don't worry about protecting the children from violent video games or whatever their sort of direction they're going. Worry about protecting your core fans that have been. I've been an Xbox subscriber for 12 years, man. It's $1,200 worth of live Xbox subscriptions. Mm-hmm. Worry about those people, man. That protect that. I don't need you to protect my son. If I don't want him to play Grand Theft Auto, that's up to me. Just put the games out there. There's how many movies are out there now that are so violent. So violent.
Well, I put this on Twitter or in a DM to one of my friends. They were talking about violence in freaking movies and, corrupting the youth. One of the most violent fucking movies I've ever seen in my life is The Passion of the Christ. No joke. Straight up snuff film. And there's no problem with that being violent. And that thing is freaking violent as all hell.
Yeah.
They don't worry about that hurting the kids. Why,
Yeah, those kids can get access to that movie just as easily as they can get access to a video game, even easier, because all they got to do is get on YouTube and watch it. With the video game, they actually got to purchase the game, or they got to download it with a credit card. Video games are a lot less expensive than movies. So, don't worry about that. That's not your problem, because someone said to me, I've seen something on Twitter. Trying to censor video games is like taking the speedo needle off the car. You take the speedo needle off, it doesn't solve anything, man. The guy's still behind the fucking car, putting the foot down on the pedal. You're just taking the needle off where you can actually see the violence. The violence is still there behind. That's not doing nothing, man. They just need to quit with that bullshit. There's no social responsibility. Xbox and Microsoft did not have a social responsibility
as soon as they start paying for my kids to go to school and paying for their clothes, then they can tell me what I can play or can't play with my kids. Until then, I do what I want.
If they're going to start doing that shit, I'll switch over to PlayStation in a heartbeat, man. I will. I'll just go. I'll be gone. I don't need that shit. I play video games. I'm 38 years old. I've been playing them for years. I haven't fucking shut up at school, and
nope.
I just don't want to hear that shit from. I don't want. I know that speech from Phil was nothing to do with video games and all this sort of stuff, but in a way, I looked at their history of what they do, and they've got Minecraft and these games. Is sort of, I think, hey, hang on, actually,
to me they're turning into Nintendo.
They're trying to be Nintendo, and it brought attention to the fact that Sony do have these really dark, twisted sort of fucking psycho games, and we don't have them. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe they've always this new CEO they got. He's a little bit like that, a little bit anti-violence or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all speculation on our part, but I mean, it just doesn't. I remember, just the violence of, not violence, but having the Xbox and going, okay, I have this, and you can't play this on the PlayStation, and being all proud of it. And now I don't really have a game that I could say, well, fuck you, I have this right now. I mean, PUBG, but we don't have that because they even fucked up Forza 7 when it comes to the rivals. They could have kept the rivals the same and not have the progression system the way they do. It's just, I love Microsoft. I freaking love my Xbox, and I hate what's happening to it. It's driving me nuts. Give me some dark fucking games.
Yeah.
But not a Japanese RPG. I don't freaking want to go.
Nah.
But just a darker game.
What do you think of What do you think of Gears of War 4? Did you think I was playing that game up halfway through the campaign, nearly all the way through. I should have finished it by now, really, but yeah, exposed.
I'm on that back 3.
So fucking play school, the interactions between the characters and that. It's I don't know. It was like they were at fucking band camp or some shit. There's all these fucking monsters trying to kill you and stuff, and you're arguing about just the stupidest shit. I'm just why are these guys even concerned about that? Why are they joking? Why are they trying to be funny? Why are they trying to be funny, man? They're in a fucking world where there's these fucking crazy creatures trying to kill them. Yeah. And they're just trying to be funny and stuff.
Yeah, I think they were trying to represent their ages or something. What ages really were they? Really early 20s, I think, where Marcus and that were a little bit older. So maybe they were just the adolescent sort of personalities they were sort of trying to bring through.
Yeah, it was like
I think that's what they were trying to do.
Fucking college or some shit. These guys are supposed to be hardened little warriors that they've grown up since they're little kids, in a war-torn fucking world, and then making them I don't know, man. I'd like to see a darker sort of thing.
Like a Gears 1, 2-y sort of.
Yeah.
Feel. Maybe.
Well, in 3 where
depressing as fuck, man. Gears 1 and 2, how depressing was that?
3. I mean, think about 3 where Dom, that was holy fuck when that happened.
Yeah.
Dang.
I know, it was just, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's gonna take care of the tomatoes?
And his wife. I remember when spoilers alert, but I think we've all finished it. But remember, I think it was Gears. Was it Gears 2 where he's chasing his wife? He thought she was alive, and then it had that. Yeah,
you open up that container, and
that was one of the
they were really good
horrific scenes in Gears. She looked like she was alive, and then then it sort of went to reality, and she was like half corpse.
It was corpse.
Yeah, and I'm like.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
It was like shivers down my spine stuff, man. I was like, oh, man. Oh, she's dead. Oh, what a shame. And Dom come across as this nice, sort of gentle giant, didn't he? And you were hoping they would get her. But, yeah. But, yeah, the 4 did lack that a little bit. I think because the ages of the main characters were just that little bit younger. I don't know what they were.
They're like 19-year-old fucking school students or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. They were just sort of oh, fuck knows, man. fuck knows. Like, I haven't finished it all. I'm up to that bit. We're in that building and there's like a wave coming towards you. I think where me and you, Mega, played it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm in let's see, Act 3, Chapter 5 is where I'm at.
Yeah, I think I'm at 4, maybe. Yeah, maybe there. I don't know, somewhere. So, yeah, it's definitely different. Like, they're going a different way. Seems like
I'm glad you guys have kind of seen it too. I mean, to where we're not getting the dark games that we should as adults being able to play games. You know, we should be getting
titles. Look at Sea Thieves. Sea Thieves is so like place. You know, that's definitely a great game. Whatever. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm looking forward to it. I don't even know, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I get hyped up and down about it.
Man, my son jumped in today. Like, I just chucked him in. I just wanted to see his reaction. And I chucked him in. There was this, like, 35-year-old dude, like, telling him, hey, stick figure. Man, you got to listen to me, dude. We got to pull those sails in. And no one was listening to him, like, because you could hear him over my TV because he didn't have a headset on. And he's like, stick figure, why won't you listen to me? You know, and he was an American dude. And I'm like, wow, look at this poor guy. He's sitting there and he's trying to tell, like, randoms what to do and shit. And he's getting all frustrated because no one's listening to him. And I was like, man, it's just, I don't know, man.
I hope that's what the game doesn't devolve into, where, you've got one or two bosses out there. And if you don't, they get the shits, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he was getting the shits.
I want it just to be fun.
Man,
like,
I felt like getting on the mic and say, man, he's 5 years old, dude. Just fucking quit, man. He's not going to listen to you. He doesn't even know what a sale is, you know. Like, good game with friends, I suppose, but yeah.
Yeah, I played it with Red.
It's free with Game Pass, almost, sort of free. So,
hey, it's fun, especially with friends. Like, if you get a group, 3 of your friends, it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is.
What about State of Decay? Did you watch the gameplay footage quickly? This is the last topic.
No, I didn't. I missed all of that so far.
Well, I watched it, man.
I've seen the odd clip. Yeah.
So I watched it. I watched it today. They had Ryan McCaffrey, like, worst representation of the game possible, because they're playing the game, right? They didn't have any voice chat, so it was just like you're just watching this gameplay footage of Ryan McCaffrey and they're like commentating every now and again. But they didn't have voice chat. It's a co-op fucking game, man. If you're gonna show a co-op game, record the voice interactions between the players. Otherwise, it's stupid. But they're running around and they're killing zombies. I'm like, wow, this looks repetitive. I don't give a fuck. Sue me. It looked repetitive. You know, like you go and slash this guy and you got to kill these hearts and then I'm like, yeah, okay. And then they get in the car and you can't shoot out the car. You know, you can't melee attack people at the car. The only way you can kill people at the car is run them over or open your car door. That gets old in about 15 fucking minutes. Like, you know, I want to shotgun some dude out of the fucking car. I don't want to just open my car door every and again. And the animations look shit in that. I know the game's not finished. But I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, it looks like a fun game. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It looked to me, I didn't play State of Decay 1, but to me, it looked like an outdated game. I just, Ryan McCaffrey loved it, which says it all. You know, like, I'm like, wow, I'm going to get bored of this game, man. And they reckon there's this progression system, some more RPG elements. And the other thing is, like, it's there's consequences in the game, like real world consequences. If you fuck up, if you lose a character, you never get him back, and all this shit. Yeah, okay, that sounds pretty cool. It looks a lot like The Division as far as the way it looks, but that running animations I've seen, like, they've got these massive backpacks on, and they look awkward. And man, I'm sorry, boys. I know it's one of the only Microsoft exclusives this year, but I just thought, yeah, okay, I'll get it on Game Pass. That's what I thought. So that was my thoughts. I watched 25 minutes of footage. It's early access sort of footage, so it's not finished. But yeah, it's like, well, I don't know. I didn't like Fortnite. Fortnite had that whole co-op horde mode type thing going on, where you run around from place to place and take on different hordes, and I didn't like that. So I don't reckon I just don't think I'm gonna like it, man.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
See, I'll give it a shot because it's on Game Pass. And
Yeah,
but
so
the co-op, the co-op, that I think if it was just a single player, it'd be a straight up pass. But being able to play with my friends, it might make it more enjoyable. But the game I'm looking forward to that zombies is freaking The Walking Dead. I want that one. That one has to be more hype than State of Decay 2 any day of the week. Because I'm like you, I never really played the first one of State of Decay.
Yeah, me either. I didn't play the first one. It was an indie game. It was like in the arcade store.
Yeah, it was like $20 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So
my son played it without me knowing it because I went to his Xbox and I found it on his because it was on 360. But
those games you weeks and then you didn't play them again. It just looked like one of those games to me, to be honest. Everyone gets those games where everyone says, "Buy it, man! It's awesome, and then you buy it, and then you get in the game with them, and you're like, "Oh, this is not that good," and they're like, "Yeah, it's not that good," but they force you to buy it because they told you how good it was. They just want you to fucking buy it,
They don't want to feel left out that they wasted their money. They want you to waste your money too.
Yeah, I reckon. It just looks like one of those games where you're like, man, this has been really fun. That was cool. That was like 3 weeks of pure fun. We did heaps. Let's go back to fucking PUBG or COD or whatever the fuck you play. Your staple games, Rainbow Six Siege. But I'm a multiplayer dude, so I love me multiplayer shooters. So yeah, I'm probably not the best person to
see. Well, I'm just getting back into multiplayer. I was off of it for like 3 years. I just stayed away. And so these co-op games and these multiplayer games that are coming out, they're really making me excited because I'm just getting back into it. So being able to play the beta when I was able to play with Red, Sea of Thieves, and play with Noof, it's just things like that. It make it more enjoyable. It doesn't. I don't care what kind of game it is. If I'm able to play with my friends, even freaking poker, everything's more fun.
Everything's better with your friends, man.
Yep,
definitely. I mean, you can be sitting at a bus stop and it'd be better with your friends.
Yeah,
but yeah. No, I'd say what you're saying, man. It's definitely, for sure.
Because if it had no co-op, I would definitely be a straight up pass. No thanks. Don't have the interest. But being co-op, I will definitely give it a go.
I was looking forward to it when I seen that footage where they rock up at the service station and they get out of the car and bang, 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 and shooting all these guys. And
at E3 when whatever they showed at E3, I was like, yes, this game. But now,
when I watched the footage today, it just looked janky, and it's I don't know, man. It looked like a really bad rendition of The Division, is what I felt like. The Division looked polished, looked really good. The weapons looked cool, they sounded cool, and everything. And this just looked like, I don't know, man. It definitely looks like a fucking indie game, like a $30 game. Everyone's going about the price. It definitely looks like that. What's that other game? Jason. It looks a lot like Jason.
Oh, the Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Game?
Oh yeah.
I actually have that game.
Yeah, I haven't played that, but I've seen the footage. I've been seeing people stream. It looks a lot like that.
So. Jason. I mean, the Friday the 13th. When it started, it freaking sucked ass, and it's slowly getting better, but people still stay away. My son, because I'm one of those parents that I will let them play violent games, but I want to be in the room with them. Because I mean, it's a freaking game. I want them to know that this shit ain't real. And there's only so much freaking Lego worlds I can sit and watch with my son play. It's can you at least? I want something a little bit more entertaining for me, so I'll put him in a game like that. And he doesn't do party chat, but he freaking like I said, he's a decent gamer. So he does really well. It's always fun to watch him log into his Xbox and see freaking party invites and voice invites because they're tricking. As soon as he logs in, it's like invite. They want to play with him, so it makes me. And when he's playing, I normally right there by him, so I know who he's talking to or what's going on, because like I said, he's only 10 years old. And I remember what kind of hell I got into when I was 10, so I kind of watch out for him. But it's freaking
yeah.
really liked the first State of Decay because he likes those zombie games. But he's like, I could play this with you. So he's all excited because he gets to play, another game with me because we go we play on the OG Xbox. We play Halo 2, and now I got the Master Chief Collection. We're gonna do it on the Xbox One X. We're gonna go through the campaign.
Nice
couch co-op.
Yeah, it's cool. It is cool playing those games with the kids. So
yeah, I mean, like my wife and him play. They've been going through Super Lucky Tales and Cuphead. They play that together, just those two. So it's
nice.
Just little memories that.
You get, when you play with the games with the kids, you get a little bit more appreciation. It takes you back a few pegs. You think, oh man, maybe I'm a little bit too critical on these games, because when you see them, they just love it. They're like, he loved Sea of Thieves, man. I chucked him in that boat, and he's like, cool. And he fell off the boat, and he's like, I fell off, and I'm like, yeah. And
what did you think of Under the Water? Did he swim around under there?
Yeah, he was swimming around the water. You could just see his eyes lit up, like just with the boat. And I said, "You're a pirate," He's like, "Oh, cool,"
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sometimes I think, I know a majority of gamers are in their 30s and 40s, but gaming, it's about the inner child, isn't it? Really,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
definitely.
You sort of got to think. Sometimes these games, like Super Lucky Tale's got a massive. I thought that got a bit of a bad rap, but man, that game's probably is for kids in a way. It's not really, but they're trying to capture the imagination of a new generation of gamers, and you know what I mean, get them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Just sometimes you just got to.
And it's a really good looking game
about video games and just go, well,
gameplay.
They are what they are, that they're video games. They're not life or death,
Nope.
Yeah, well, I think the thing that burnt that game a little bit was some major outlet said that it was just as good as Mario Odyssey or something. So instantly people hated it. So
yeah, okay.
It's sort of it gave it some unwarranted sort of hate, I think, in the community, or not the Xbox community, but outside the community.
Yeah.
So. Because obviously it's not as good as that, but yeah.
It was a limited, we didn't have a lot of exclusives in 2017 and 18. It's got a few that we know of, and two, that's so they're really critical. It gets right under the microscope, doesn't it? It's like, what? This is one of the exclusives? Super Lucky Tales? That's shit. But don't worry about 13, 14, 15, and 16. when we fucking got a heap of games.
We were killing
17,
it,
and 17 was the year of the multiplat. How many fucking games came out last year, multiplayer games or multiplat games, that were just fucking awesome? Even this year. It's, I wouldn't want to release a fucking game last year, man, because it just would have got killed by all those other games, So, yeah. But
we knew what was coming. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely need to step it up at Xbox, and next after E3 and next year, they need to come up with some games. I reckon.
We need a Halo game, I think, soon. Whether it's spin-off, or something.
Halo game, Gears of War 5, fucking Forza. We've got Forza 4, but yeah, all those classic. That's all you need, man. People say, oh, they need more than that. No, they don't, because multiplats rule. You look at the top fucking 15 selling games every year. They're not all fucking PlayStation exclusives. They're all multiplat games. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah. It's crazy. Oh, we probably should wrap it up, I suppose. It's been kind of fucking longest show ever.
Sorry, guys.
It was good fun.
That's me, man, talking shit. That's what we do.
It was supposed to be an hour,
we have. This is what happens when you don't do a fucking podcast for 5 weeks.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting patiently. Finally, I DM'd. I was like, okay, guys, when can I?
Where is this goddamn? Yeah, no. When you DM'd me, I was actually thinking, oh yeah, we've got to have one soon. I think. There was word on the street.
Well, I get I get labelled a fanboy all the time, man. On Twitter and shit, just and I'm like, fuck, I'm so not a fanboy. I swear to God, I got no fucking, what do they call it, emotional ties to Microsoft at all. I bought a PlayStation, I bought an Xbox, back in 2010 or whatever it was, or 2000. When was it? OG 2003. Because I thought, oh yeah, Microsoft, they're pretty cool. They'll have a good system, you know. It wasn't about a game. It wasn't about anything. It was just about them, like, you know, being a $1 billion company. I thought, oh, they'll make a good system. And that's it, man. That's it. I could have so easily been on PlayStation. I could have been on Xbox, but I've had a few interactions on Twitter lately. People call me a fanboy. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not a fanboy. I'll fucking bag out State of Decay if I think it's shit, and I'll bag out Sea of Thieves. You know?
Well, yeah, we were just talking about how they need to get freaking more violent, you know, deep games. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's freaking kitty cats and rainbows on fucking Microsoft side. It's freaking, you know, we can say that.
That's right.
They need to fix their shit, you know. Give us some.
Yeah, and fucking don't tell me that you can't ban a device that allows keyboard and mouse on PUBG, because leave it up to developers so they can, you know, fuck that, mate. Oh, that pissed me right off. You know, that pissed me right off. So I'm not happy. Mikey Barra, and then I tweeted Phil, because Phil was talking about how he's extremely concerned about this whole keyboard and mouse talk, and that there won't be keyboard and mouse support won't be going to old PlayStation games. And I wrote to him, well, what about you fix up this shit and ban that in a nice way, or whatever, however I said it. And he didn't reply, you know. It's like, hopefully I planted the seed in his head to think, hey, maybe we should look after our console gamers that like playing with the controller, sitting back 5 meters from the TV, playing, you know, and don't want to have to be like, have their nose pressed up against the screen with a keyboard and mouse, you know, like, so.
Yeah, I couldn't sit that close to my freaking game, and nope, that's just not for me.
No, too close. Yeah,
that's it. You know, that's what we do. We sit back a couple of meters.
I mean, maybe when I was a kid, you know, and you had the Nintendo or, you know, whatever right next to the TV, because you could, you know, you only had freaking the cord length, whatever the fuck that was, and you prayed to God no one walked in front of you and pulled the thing out of the TV.
Oh yeah,
but. You know, it's just now that we can sit back wherever fucking we want. Why do we want our noses pressed up against the glass?
Yeah, I don't want to be at a desk. Man, I fucking hurt my back the other week because I sit at a desk too much. You know? RSI, whatever the fuck they call it. So, anyway, it's been fun.
It was a blast. Thank you guys for having me on. Like, honestly,
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
No worries, man. You're an awesome guest. You're one of my favourite guests already, and definitely had plenty to say. Definitely a massive gamer, and yeah, man, you know your shit. So glad to have you on, man.
Well, I mean, like I said, you guys are where I found my voice. You know, to where I felt like it was okay for me to write in a chat, because I was shy. I would sit there and I'd be a lurker. I didn't freaking. I wouldn't ever say anything. It was like, okay, and then like, you did I think it was a video about freaking. Fanboys are, you know, just not being happy, you know, with shit. Like something changed, and it was like, and I wrote in and I'm like, yeah, people are never fucking happy, or, you know, people give them the world, they want the moon, you know. And you're like, yep. And I was like, okay. So I thought, you know, I was like, these guys are cool, you know. They're not fucking assholes.
But it's like in Australia, man, the fanboy war doesn't really exist at all, you know. Like in Australia, like. You know, people just play whatever they want to play. They do what they want to do. There's not this cultural thing, I don't think. So,
well, I mean, last time I checked, Sony didn't buy me a console and Microsoft didn't buy me a console, or Nintendo. I bought these myself. Like, you know, I'm spending my money, whether I spend it on a PlayStation,
that's right,
an Xbox. You know, I mean, it's my money. You know, if they want to start paying my fucking bills, then yeah, I'll be a console warrior for them. But until then, I play whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, for sure. And like in Australia, man, like it's just, you know, we do what we want to do. You drink what you want to drink. You eat what you want to eat. You fucking, you know, we don't care. Like it's just, I get people saying like, you know, because you're an Xbox podcast, so you're limiting yourself for views because you only like reaching half the audience. And I said, since when did we give a shit about that?
Well, you go to some of those Xbox podcasts and you get all those freaking pony haters anyways.
No, but the only reason we're an Xbox podcast is because we own Xboxes. If we own PlayStation, we'd be PlayStation podcast. And that's as fucking easy as it is, man. Like, that's the simple thing to it, man. Where that's
how are you
going
to talk about a console you don't know about? You know,
well,
you don't get it.
You know, Hellblade's coming to Xbox. Oh, beautiful. So is Crash Bandicoot. Nice. You know, that's it. I'll probably buy it. So, I don't know.
Let your son, you know, let him play it. I bet he'll like it. Crash Bandicoot, you know, it's a fun game. I mean, it's challenging. That's the thing I like. It's not just an easy game. I mean, there's somebody, you know, you have to get right there and hit it just right, and I don't know, it's fun.
Bit of old school challenge,
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, too good. Well, Cyber, I've got your link below, man, in the description. So definitely follow Cyber on Twitter, and we've got Mega. We've got links there. Check out Mega's YouTube channel. He's putting videos on there. Got Max Power. He's normally here. He's doing heaps of shit on YouTube. He's got a really good thing going there. Really cool videos. Couple of 5-minute videos. You know, just catch up on the gaming news. Pretty much just tells it how it is and no bias. So yeah, definitely check all the links out in the description. Follow the channel. Follow us on Twitter. We interact. No, what do we say? We follow back if you interact. So do that. And I don't know what Mario's going on in the chat there. I can fucking understand that. But thanks for everyone who's watching.
6x6?
No, man. I think he wants an orgy. But yeah, thank you.
Rub and tug.
Give that man some water.
Thanks for listening back in the replay, which most of our listeners do. And we'll catch you next week or next time.
Yes. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for the chat. Awesome. Thanks, Cyberia, again. Excellent.
My pleasure.
All right. See you guys.
I'm trying to end it, but I can't because the screen's loading up. All right, here we go. See you guys.
See ya.